Testing mic. Testing. Testing mic. Everything seems to be good. Hello everybody, my name is DeathCharge22182. Welcome back to Death Charge Gaming, guys. Now today we're going to be playing some Warframe. We might do some random steel path, and we might also do some random relic farming. For those of you who don't know what relics are, I will explain it. As you play missions, when you play missions, you get these little tiny eggs, right? Which are over here. I'm in the Warframe 1999 section, so it'll be different than what you're used to if you're starting out. But you get these little eggs that look like this, called the Void Relics. Inside, there's different kinds. These are Lith Relics. These seem to be the most common ones. Meso is the next tier up in relics. Neo seems to be one of the more rarer ones, and Axii seem to be the rarest ones, meaning you have to be in a mission for a long time in order to get Axii relics. And inside each individual little egg, there is a loot table. Inside the loot tables, there is a random assortment of loot. It's not necessarily random. Each egg will have its own assigned loot pool, like different blueprints, parts for weapons, blueprints for weapons, and stuff like that. And what I've been doing is you do special missions to open eggs, these relics, and when you do that, you get void traces. And then what you do is you use void traces to actually increase the value of the egg and see how the bars change on it. These little silver and copper and gold bars, they change, increasing. So if I put 100 void traces into this copper bar will go down, meaning I'll have less of a chance to get this, and then more of a chance to get silver, or an increased chance to get this golden piece. And that's what kind of like relic farming is. And relic farming you can actually use to make prime versions of characters. For example, if I have Baruch, which is like a monk, and then I have Baruch Prime, which is different. I'm obviously wearing a skin for this, but he has an upgraded. Primes are usually aesthetic, but sometimes they can come with different modding capabilities. Because each character, you can have different strength. You can have certain cards on it and have strength and all that. And sometimes it comes pre-modded, so you'll have this little symbol that's pre-done and stuff like that. It's a lot, but I can explain it later on. However, we are going to go do some random steel path, try to get a little bit further in the steel path area. And then we're also going to do some relic farming. I really want to do relic farming so that way we can get more platinum, trade, stuff like that.
These foes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable
The character I've been using is Haro Prime. He's kind of like a priest character. He's more of a support character in the matters of he gives energy to people.
Juggernaut nearby.
One of his abilities is he sacrifices shield. This ability that I'm using right now allows me to channel. I use my energy for a limited time. When I kill an enemy, I regain his shield. one of the cool things about Haro is he has an ability which is his core that allows him to do this little spin.
I think you made it angry.
And
Good work.
whoops. I forgot I am not immune to gas damage. I need to change that. One of his abilities, which is this one, allows him to prevent any damage for a little bit, short duration. And during that short duration, depending on the damage that you build up, you can actually get critical chance on any of your weapons. Which I absolutely love. Because if you have a weapon that only has like 54% critical chance and you want to get that up, the max critical chance you can get with him is up to 50. So you can
Stay focused.
actually...
There's a heavy unit approaching.
You can actually probably get it to 100 if you use the... It's already at 50 and then you use his ability. This Haro isn't necessarily the best for these infested ones, these infested creatures, because I put an ability called Pillage on him where I take armor and shield from people, and this isn't necessarily, the creatures don't necessarily have shield. These guys do. They have armor. They have yellow bars with like a little shield icon above them. So they're different. This is one of the hacking terminals. I've been doing this a long time. Some people, there isn't a thing where, if you saw that big hacking mess, there is a thing called a cipher that you can get, and you can build it and put it in your Hot Wheel. Well, that's an emote wheel, but it's like this little Hot Wheel, and you can actually use it to auto do the little machines, like the siphon mess. Like, you can use it to, like, do this quickly. But I've been doing this so long that I'm just kind of used to manually doing it. And plus, you get, like, a satisfaction for manually doing it. And when I said earlier that I was doing Steel Path is after you complete the normal, like, star chart, like the normal part of the game, it unlocks a harder part of the game, where enemies can range from at least, like, it starts off at least level 100, all the way up to, gosh, I don't even know the max level, because I haven't gotten there.
There's the torsion beam device.
There's another reason
but
I
they've taken
use,
the void key. Find it.
I swapped out Haro's first ability, and I put Pillage on it, and Pillage is this ability, where I do like that, and it like highlights enemies and gives me shield. I do that because it also removes any bad, like, status effect on it, so like I don't,
Big mistake, big mistake.
I don't take, like, extreme damage, like, if they put, like, toxin on me or something like that, like, kind of avoid it. I'm not entirely sure how to kill this girl.
She will be remembered. Who will remember you, Tenno?
Oh, there we go. She had a shield part.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh, one thing I did do is these guys that have blue shields are called Eximus, and they're a little bit tougher, and they have elemental powers that I just killed. But those guys, There is a thing you can put on your secondary weapon that I will show after this, and it is, it's known as an arcane, and arcanes are like special things you can get during missions, certain missions. I noticed that you get arcanes from killing, like, if you saw earlier, there was that red dude that tried to, like, attack me. He had, like, a little red icon on him. He is in Steel Path, and you can actually, when you kill him, it's a possibility you can get a arcane, like a little special reward. And it's random. You know, it's not like a certain thing, like a certain guaranteed specific arcane that you get. It's just completely random, because there's so many in this game.
Objective complete.
But they can actually severely increase your weapon capabilities, or they can help your secondary weapon. They can help your character a lot. I'll show you guys once I'm inside. Like, see, I killed him, and I got this secondary merciless, where it's unranked right now, but you can rank it up if you get more of it. And when you kill someone with your secondary weapon, that means that you get an increased damage multiplier for your secondary weapon. Like, for example, if I go to my arsenal and I go to my secondary, this is my build-up for my secondary. It's pretty decent. I'll explain a little bit about this in a moment. But these are the arcanes that you can get from killing the random dudes. And I currently got one of these, secondary merciless. These little stars at the bottom, or little diamonds at the bottom, are like the level of it. And I ranked up two of these secondary merciless fully, so I plan on selling them. I just don't know how much to sell them for. But on kill, when you kill someone with your secondary weapon, you get a 5% damage increase for 4 seconds, and it stacks. So if you get more of these and you put it on, you can end up with the whole 30% for 4 seconds, but it stacks up to 12, which is pretty impressive. Right now, I'm using this secondary fortifier on my secondary. My secondary is a beam weapon, and beam weapons are unique in the fact that they can certain beam weapons can chain enemies together. So if I aim at a certain enemy and one of the beams, goes off of that person and hits one of those elemental enemies that have like a blue shield on them, like a kind of like a super buff to them. The super buff is called Overguard, which is blue. And I'll show a little bit of what I mean by blue. But for every 100 damage, I deal to. This one's also modified up to a level 5 arcane. But for me, every time I do 100 damage to that elemental enemy's shield, I get a part of their shield. I kind of like siphon their shield off pretty much. And I also deal a great amount of damage to their overshield. So because I deal more damage to their overshield, or to their overguard, I get more siphoning power from it, if that makes sense. So like I siphon off more of it. And this is my setup for my secondary weapon. It by itself, it does not have great critical chance, so I put status on it, so that way the status kind of goes on them, it like builds up and everything. And status is There's certain ones. There's the base statuses: toxin, electricity, fire, and cold. Like, well, it's heat, but it's fire and cold, and you can combine them in certain orders to make different special elements. And certain enemies have weaknesses to elements. For example, Corpus, which are Corpus are basically shield. There's different factions. There's Corpus, Tech Rot. There's Sentient Murmur, Orican, and there's also Grineer. And each faction has their own weaknesses. For example, Corpus are mostly like robots, and their primary thing is based off of shield. So this is actually good for Corpus, Magnet, combining cold and electricity. It is good because you can get rid of shield fairly quickly. It's their weakness. There's not much more to say about Magnet. Radiation. Radiation causes enemies to kind of go haywire, and it causes enemies to attack one another. And it goes for you can use any of these statuses on literally anything. It just depends on what you're fighting. Radiation seems to be the baseline for most people because it causes enemies to be confused and kill one another. Corrosive is good for Grineer because it removes their armor, and Grineer are mostly armored. Blast damage is actually good for its unique capability, and this is why I use it on beam weapon, like my secondary. After Blast deals 30% of base damage after 1.5 seconds as an explosion. At 10 stacks, like the longer I'm shooting the enemy, if they're not dead already, it will cause a mini explosion if it reaches 10 stacks. Or if I kill an enemy, it also causes a little explosion. So it's unique. I've only recently been able to put like multiple statuses like this on a weapon. The primary is a shotgun, and this is one of the more new weapons. One of the other things is Viral. Viral is good for health. Viral ignores shields, and it will target enemies' health. So the fact that I have Magnet on it to get rid of shield and Viral means that the enemies like robots, like Corpus, or even the new faction Tech Rot, which is like infested enemies, like the little weird creatures, but they're like made of computers. I'll show you what I mean in a moment. Those will also die fairly quickly. This is another arcane up here. This is the primary section. Primary Merciless that I have. I have another one if anyone wants to buy it. When I kill an enemy with this shotgun, I get 30% damage for 4 seconds, and it stacks. And this is actually a pretty decent build that I have going on. I have been able to at least hit 20 million with it, which is fairly decent. And this is my build for my character. I got this from sacrificing another character, Pillage. Pillage a percentage of shields and armor of nearby enemies to replenish Hildren's own shields and overshields. Hildren is the character that I sacrificed in order to get this ability and put it on this character. There's different types of abilities, and there's also a passive. For me, my overshield is different. Overshield, I'll explain what that is. So I have norm. I'll have to go into I have to go into a game to kind of explain it.
What are you doing with so
Let me. Yeah. Actually, no. I don't want to do. If I'm gonna do this, I don't want to do steel path. I want to do a normal one, just to kind of show you guys what I mean. I am kind of in the late game. I haven't done. There's a special mission that I haven't been able to do just yet.
A fur bomb through this neighborhood. Not good for anything with a pulse, including civvies. Only way to stop
Okay.
them.
But at
is
the
to
top of my
put them
screen,
down
this
first.
the little red bar. It'll be if you follow my cursor, it'll be kind of up here. In the top right, there I have. I need them to kind of hit me. Hit me. Okay. Okay. You see how my shield is blue up top? The red is my health. The blue is my shield. And if I wait a moment. Maybe I can't. Since the blue is my shield, and it seems to only go up to a certain amount, but because of this character, I can take away their shield, and see how it's purple now? It like doubles. So that's my character's passive, is it doubles my purple shield. If I can find an elemental person, I will show you what I mean earlier when I was talking about this purple shield that I have up top. Blue is normal shield. This purple up top is a overshield. This person I just shot, this one that has this blue shield on them, this blue outline. If I use my secondary, you look at my top right of my screen. Notice how I have 3 little numbers, like a little X right there? That's overguard. That overguard makes it so I don't take elemental, like I can't be knocked down. I'm basically like a tank when I have that. The more damage I do to an enemy with my secondary, the more little X that I get at the top, the more little overguard that I can get. And this guy is an ice elemental. He can either slow you down, I'm pretty sure, or he just like has a bubble to protect himself. And these guys are pretty much armor based, so my secondary kind of works wonders here. Because it strips their armor.
Get inside. But I gotta tell you, they will not be happy about it if you do.
I mean, even if they didn't have armor, I could still use my shotgun. And I'll show you guys how to get this shotgun if you want. You can see now I have more of that light blue shield on the top of my screen. There's over 50 characters in this game, and I haven't played this character in a while. I've been playing Lavos, which has been like a chemist where you can mix elements. And I've also been playing one of the new characters, Site09, who has a sniper rifle, and he seems to be really overpowered.
Deadlock permanently.
clock's ticking. Look.
But
for
now
alarm
that I
charges.
have now that I have these two, this primary and secondary weapon, I kind of feel pretty good because I have almost one of every element on it. And these guys are the infested, these little creatures, but they also have shield because they're made of computers, which is really weird. It's unique. But see how they have a red bar above their health, or above their head? That's their health. And then, sometimes they'll have a little blue shield above their head. Don't kill them that quickly, dang. Like that one has a little blue shield above their head. But the elemental ones that I was talking about that are special, that have that shield, is Exumers, which are these guys. They kind of glow, so they're pretty much easy to identify. And this timer on the left side of my screen, I don't have to worry about it, because that's the secondary objective. My main objective is just to kill enemies. So unless I'm trying to go for it, I don't have to. Like, I won't fail the mission. Like, if I let them bully me a little bit. See? I took a little bit of damage, and now I got 20% critical chance. So if I use my shotgun, I have a 70% critical chance.
The cache was destroyed. It's okay. We'll make do.
Sometimes I do get lost in here because it's a tighter area compared to other areas in Warframe. This is the latest segment. I'm always keeping an eye out for the trophies we can get. Yeah, but these guys have the yellow bar, the yellow shield. Like this guy has a blue and yellow, so he is an Eximus, and I can take his little shield.
You're halfway.
This little
More
icon just next to their health bar
It looks like it's gonna be
is
the big
armor.
stuff.
So if I strip it far enough, corrosive, the corrosive element strips their armor by 80%, so they're not messed up. They'll be kind of a weak sausage, if you will. Same goes for this truck. The shield isn't down all the way, that little yellow shield right there, but they take it. Oh, I'm just stumbling over my way to this point. It's just corrosive. The corrosive element strips these guys of their armor by 80%. That's all you really need to know. And it takes sometimes I even forget what elements to mix to make corrosive. See, I don't really think about it unless I am playing the chemist character, Lagos. I may also do challenges today. Warframe challenges. These guys hit me a lot more than the creatures down below. I noticed that underground seems to be the creatures, and up top here seems to always be these human enemies, Svalja, that are like, they do a lot of gas damage. They're like that. Like I threw a gas grenade. This guy's different. He'll zap you with electricity. Oh crap. I didn't know these guys were going to show up. This is one of the new Coda people. There's a whole section that I'll have to explain. I may do that in the next video. But this is kind of how I get the shotgun. Ooh, that's not good. Do it like this. Oh, damn. Dang. I died, but I got him. It's funny. Can I revive myself? Maybe? Maybe? Oh no! No! I need to explain a little bit about what that was once I'm done with this. That's funny. Basically, this first video is just going to be of me explaining a bunch of stuff. If you're new, you just want to chill. It's been 7 years, so... And I apologize for it being 7 years. I went to college and everything, so I had to deal with doing that, and then I just didn't have time for YouTube, but now I'm trying to be back, and I will stream when I can. I'm not going to have like a set time during the day at the moment. If I do, I will notify you guys and kind of let you know that I'm going to be trying to have a set time, but at the moment it'll just kind of be random. So if you watch, you watch, and if you don't, then I hope you have a good day. Ayo! Ayo! Oh wait, I can actually pause it and show you guys, because I'm in solo mode right now. You already know about this pillage ability that I swapped out. This one, where I kind of hit myself in the back, I actually sacrifice my shield to boost speed, fire rate, and any enemies that I kill kind of turn into health.
Rap, tap, tap.
I just had to let him say rap tap tap. That was hilarious. This one, Thurbil, or Thurible, is the one where I swing my, like, I don't know what you call it. I guess incense. It looks like incense from Phasmophobia, so I kind of swing that around, and I sacrifice my energy to get a temporary buff where each enemy that I kill gives me and anyone around me within my radius energy. And this one, Covenant, is where I protect everyone who's within my, like, radius if my teammates are close enough to me. And if enemies deal damage to them, they'll get a critical buff, pretty much. So it's unique. And what I mean by within my range is, if I do this real quick, get a little bit of energy and kill. You see this orange circle that kind of moves as I move, like this? Or like over there. And behind me. This is my range. You can increase or decrease your range with certain, like, modding capabilities. And if any allies are within this range, I made it pretty big so enemy or allies can kind of be in my range, and they don't have to worry about, like, being too far away from me. I made it pretty big because I'm a support character, and my goal is to kind of trying to keep them alive, but if they run too far away from me and they die, it's not my fault. You know, if you have a character on your team that's supposed to protect you and heal you, don't run away from them, please. You know what I mean? I also recently got
That's the last of them.
I also recently got a thing
Time to
upgrade
come
for
home.
my character that if I kill an enemy with the blast damage element, I gain one tiny little health up to 300, so I can have 600 health. It's not much, but in the long run, you never know how much health can save you. So I figured might as well grab that. Also, one thing that I really like about this area is that it's snowing currently, and oh, now that shows up. Wow, now that little yellow thing shows up after this whole mission. I have to stay for a moment. That yellow thing, I'll explain it after this. Oh, no, it's not. I'll explain that as well after this mission, which I'm about to complete this one. It's there's a lot of unique things in Warframe, and I know that the beginning of it is tough. I know that it is. There's no explanation of what to do or anything like that, but in Warframe, all you have to do is just kind of follow the star chart. This entire thing is the star chart. I have some areas that are unlocked that you won't have in the beginning. For example, I have a dojo. It's a club. You're welcome to my club. Anyone is pretty much welcome as long as you're nice. The Zerman you'll get later on. Deimos you won't have unlocked at first, I don't believe. They have changed a lot of things in the beginning. But basically your entire goal of Warframe is to just do these missions, level up, get stronger, explore the story, have a lot of fun. One thing that I'm giving a spoiler warning right now. This is a spoiler warning. If you don't want to be spoiled, I recommend skipping ahead a little bit. It is up to you. But when you play Warframe, you will get access to a character. And I'm not going to spoil it. For now, I'm just going to call this Operator. Basically, you have. I'm not gonna explain this story too much. But when you unlock your Operator, you get a school. You get to choose a school, right? Think of these like schools of magic, pretty much. And for the longest time, I first went with Matarai for a little bit, because that's more like the damage school. I have been Zemuric for so long, and there's a reason behind it. If I can find if I can find it. This one, Wellspring. This is the whole reason why a lot of people use Zemuric, the magic school. And it's because of this ability. When you use your first ability, it creates like a circle around you, like how that circle I had earlier with my character in the mission, except it's a little smaller. But any enemies that go, or any allies that go through it, will have plus 5 energy per second for 30 seconds, which is really good if you need energy, but you don't, like there's no enemies nearby that are dropping like little blue orbs of energy. You can use this to give your character, give your Warframe energy, which is very, very useful, especially for missions that are kind of like, you know, they have little issues and stuff like that where they don't give a lot of energy, or you don't have like a support character that can give you energy, or if your Warframe actually, some Warframes, they use a lot of energy, so this is very useful. I maxed out this school, and I have way too much focus or like magic buildup for that school. And right now, I am trying to use Yunaru because there's a unique ability where find it. Where are you? I believe it's this one. When you die, you can come out of your character as when you die in Warframe, you can come out as your little character, and if you get 3 kills before a certain amount of time, you can revive yourself pretty much. So if you truly wanted to, you can kind of have infinite lives. And this is what I'm kind of working towards, and the way you get like these magic points, which is called focus, is as you play, you can randomly earn. I need to go to my arsenal. You can randomly earn things called lenses, and if I press the right joystick for actions, which is down here at the bottom, it pops up. You can get like reactors and stuff like that. If you don't want to like go through the hassle of reading certain cards, like these cards, and you don't want to like really focus on it, and you just kind of want to auto do it, you can click auto install, where it will give you like a recommended setup. But obviously you can make things better than recommended. But you can get lenses, and lenses, they do is if you have a lens on a character or a weapon, that little yellow thing that I saw pop up at the end of that mission, if you pick that up, sometimes they'll give you like a bonus focus, like it'll give you the bonus little magic points, or it will give you a time limit, and the time limit will, the more kills you get in that time limit, the more points you get, pretty much. So your goal is to kind of like get that yellow thing, like wait to kill enemies, get that yellow thing, and then kill as many enemies as possible to get the max amount of points. It's really good in survival missions, because survival missions, you're killing enemies anyway, which is pretty good. And that's what I have currently on my Haro, my Coda, and my Nucor, which is my beam weapon. These Coda weapons is actually how I'm going to show you next to get the shotgun. And I get lost inside this 1999 area so easily, because this is a huge mall, and I don't really know where everything is just yet, so I kind of use my little Hot Wheel. But if you go to Eleanor Nightingale,
Yes, business.
you can actually get Coda weapons,
You may of course touch
which
that
are,
does. Only be aware it has a
they're like
tendency
infested
to
weapons, but
touch that.
some of them are like boosted. Like this one has 31% critical chance, and this one has. This is my melee weapon currently. I don't know why it's bugged out where it shows 2 of it. It's really weird. It's kind of funny. This is actually really good, and these Coda weapons have unique traits to them. For this one right now has heat, and you can purchase it for I believe these are, what are these? live heart cells, and I'll show you guys how to get the live heart cells in a moment. But this weapon is pretty good because it has a unique trait. Some weapons do have unique traits, like for example, like I don't know, like for example, this one, my secondary doesn't have a unique trait up here, but this one does, and so does my shotgun. But this one receives 6 times physical damage from mods and a different bonus based on the prevalent physical damage type. For example, if you put a lot of slash on this, you will get 100% status chance. So even though this says 60% status right here, because I built it for slash, that means my status chance is actually 160%. So, which is pretty good. If you build this weapon for puncture, you're going to have more range, but you won't have the extra 100 status chance. If you build it for impact, which if you build it for impact, you get more attack speed, and I guess the attack speed can be good, but status chance to me is really good, specifically in the fact that if your status goes over 100, and because I built my status for slash, and the unique trait makes it 160%. This, with statuses, any value that's over 100% has a chance to inflict multiple statuses at once. So what that means is, like, you see how I have electricity on this? The fact that I have electricity on this means that not only will they get, well, you can kind of see at the bottom, a chance for each status type per hit, pretty much. Oh gosh, I kind of forgot what I was saying. Since my unique trait allows my status chance to go to 160, 160 is over this 100 value, which means my electricity, impact, slash, and puncture, they'll all have a chance to like go onto an enemy more than once. So that means electricity can have a chance to go on more than once, which means it deals more damage. So it's kind of that. This is a decent build that I have for it. I also have this Arcane, which is melee retaliation, and melee retaliation. I get. I still need to upgrade it. I need 5 more of it to like make it to level 5. But if I can, then I'll get 30 melee damage for every 200 of my shield, and because my character can like double my shield, I can get up to 420%. I think it's 420% more melee damage, which is pretty good. Right now I'm at 25% more melee damage, but it's stacked. Yeah, that's where you buy the. This is where you buy at Eleanor. It's where you buy these weapons. To get the live heart cells, I'll kind of show you guys how to do that, and I need to go back into my room in order to do that. So, as you play in this area in 1999. What happens as you play, there'll be a mission where, like, you could do any of these missions, except for the assassination mission. You can't do the assassination mission to do it. But if you play any of these missions, they're not going to be green like this. They'll be normal. When you play, the there's a little blue computer, and the little blue computer, when you kill an enemy, I believe you have to be in one of these tech rot missions. There is the harvest, there is the hell scrub, which is survival, and then there's the exterminate where you just kill enemies. When you kill enemies, the little tech rot people, there's a little disc, like a yellow disc that you can pick up, and when you put it in the computer, you have to play a little snake game. But when you play it, at the end, you will get kind of like a boy band.
Just gonna stare at a screen all day, huh?
And this boy band,
You're as bad as Packet.
it will have its weaknesses and immunities. So obviously this weakness is fire and toxin. And what your goal is to, as you play in 1999, you'll kind of get like these cards for this thing called a Parazon. It reminds me of an Assassin's Creed blade. But your goal is at first to get at least one of all of these little things, these little cards, and you want to kind of do this and mix and match them. And I'll go back to that screen so I can kind of show you guys.
Back in the day?
Oh, I can't. Okay, never mind.
My PJs.
There'll be at least like
It's like not a chance,
4 or
buddy.
5 on this side, and then 4 and 5 on this side, and they're different symbols. And you want to equip as many of those green cards as possible. And when you equip it like this, you basically want to find the matching symbol. Like you want to keep playing those green missions until you find the matching symbol. And when you find the matching symbol, you can get rid of the other ones, but you want to keep the matching symbol card. And then you want to add maybe like one of these. And what it means when these cards say gain disinfection is basically you want to kill this infected boy band. You want to disinfect it, pretty much. So no matter what, if you play one of these missions and the duet shows up, if the duet shows up and you kill them, you want to like stab them with your little like Parazon Assassin's Blade, and it will, no matter what, if you stab them, you'll at least gain 5 disinfection. But if you have those cards on with like the bonus disinfection, you'll get more. And you want to get this to 100. When you get it to 100, you'll be able to go into, not get the cells, but you can get like a little tiny little floof, which is like a stuffed animal. And you can also get a emote. Or you can also get a ephemera, which is like a cosmetic. For example, I recently got the Embracer ephemera, which is kind of like spider legs, and I thought it was pretty cool for a little bit. You can get other things, like you can get angel wings, you can get demon wings as well. You can get a little tail. It's hard to see because I have this cape on. You get spikes coming out of your back. There's a bunch of different ones in this game, and some of them are locked, some of them are like bundle embrace, and this one right now you can actually get for 5,000 little credits. So I'm actually going to purchase that, because you can get little Easter eggs for a limited time. I'm not going to wear it right now, but because this character is kind of like my demon character. For example, I have like my Crusader, white and red. I have my Angel character, which I love. And then I also have my Demon character, which I got complimented on the other day. And then I kind of got like my blue and purple one that's kind of like just me chilling. But now I'm debating whether to... I'll show you guys, I'll try to do this. I'll try to do this again and see if the duet shows up. Uh, if the duet does not show up, then I will probably go do some relic farming.
Schooldraw ops came to purge the block. Tried and died.
Also, once
Now,
a week, the weather will
quarantine.
change in here, so
City's
right
got
now
no
it's currently
chance
going
unless
to
we
be
do purge
winter
ourselves.
until the week is
Hear
up,
me? Cutters and shooters gripped.
which is
The
kind of
hunt.
eh. I mean, I like winter in real life, but I don't like winter in here because I can't see anything. Some sort of thick air, it's a fog. What I do is I sacrifice my shield. Well, usually, okay, well, that's not exactly what I do. I shouldn't have done that. What I do is I do my pillage, my first ability, and then I sacrifice my shield. And then I kind of dodge. Because by the time the animation is done for you sacrificing your shield, the pillage will already be done and you can get shield back. So like if I do this, sacrifice my shield, by the time the animation's done, I get my shield back and then I get the buff.
Scout your supply cache in the area. You get near, it will start ticking. Self-destruct. Need to be quick to get the goods.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for those plates that I can get. Am I really gonna take 0 damage? That's
Supply cache flipped into self-destruct. Get worksy, fewer fervor charges should pop it. But know this, open that thing and the tech bot will get riled up crazy.
oh. I can hear a turret, I hear people. Ooh. Found one of the keys. That's nice. Ooh, there's the other key. Oh, maybe I will be able to open this. To come up here. Yeah, with these you want to find 2 of these like keys and put them in. They're not keys, they're charges. Like they're supposed to be explosive charges, but they're not. But either way, if you do this, I think you get some decent loot out of it.
Tech bot well, man. Situation button.
Hoping the duet shows up so I can... The duet was those guys that invaded earlier, where I died for that little moment. That's what the, that's what the dudes were. The boy band. Part of the boy band, I should say. There's 2 of them. I think there's 5 members of the boy band, so it'll be random which part of the boy band invades you as a duet, but they seem to have the same abilities, I think. Like the long armed one will have like charging at you, and then I think the big fat one will have the shield, I think. If I saw the one earlier correctly, I believe it was he had a shield. Big red shield. Also, if you guys ever play Warframe and you get really annoyed with the... If you guys ever play Warframe and you get really annoyed with the numbers, if you go to, I believe it's interface and you scroll down, you can disable damage numbers, or if you don't want it off but you want them to be like compact and like not as in your face, you can also turn that on as well. For me, I have the damage numbers off because I have tested my damage numbers. I kind of already know what they are, and plus if you're in a huge crowd, it just kind of gets annoying. Like, especially if you're trying to see the enemies you're killing and you don't want to waste ammo. I love seeing those big numbers on the side of my screen. Seeing the kill count. I use the energy thing as a kill counter. It's great. This blue shield that I have on my top right of my screen is with a little X on it. That is the overguard, and it only caps out at 15,000. So once 15,000 hits, I will not be able to get any more of it. But there are characters, like one of my melee characters, Alerga. He actually get more than 15,000. See if I hit these guys, I can get more than 15. Kind of took damage, so it went down to 14, but you know, that's whatever. Talking a lot, just to inform you guys, and I don't know, it's just been a while. One cool thing that they released recently was when you melee enemies, there's a certain card that you can put on your weapon where it makes it so a little like knife icon pops up. And that knife icon, if you click your joystick or your heavy weapon button, you can actually get a free heavy attack with increased, I think it's critical chance, or increased damage. Made mine so the window of doing it is a lot slower, so I can hit it easy.
Nobody gonna mess with the Hex now. Not Skuldra, not Tech Rock. You feel me? Now extract yourself.
And Warframe isn't always about doing like these missions and stuff like that, killing enemies. There's actually a peaceful aspect of it too, where you can actually go fishing. You can go fishing in almost all 3 of the open worlds, I believe. No, wait. There's actually 4 open worlds, but one of them I'm not going to show you guys in this video. I'll show you guys in the next video. I'll kind of do maybe separate videos for those open worlds and kind of show you what they are. We will see. The duet did not show up that time. But basically, I'm not gonna keep doing the whole duet thing at the moment. If you guys want to see more of the duet, let me know, and I will try to do that in the next video or in one of the future videos. However, I am going to try to do relic farming. I'm going to do some eggs. Like I said before with the relics, there are certain missions that you can do. This one, you can only open the Lith relics, the Lith eggs. These ones, you can only open the Mezzo eggs, Neo eggs, Axie eggs. Requiem are special eggs that it's basically the same thing that I'm doing, except it's a little bit harder. There will be a Requiem eggs are, you still use the Parazon, like you still use this, except you use these cards. And these cards you get from Requiem eggs. And certain cards certain cards are a pain to get because of the rarity, and I'll show you what I mean. It's these eggs. See, these cards are part of the loot pool, so so sometimes they can be a pain in the butt to get. Like Netra, I only have one. I have like 4 of Craw, and I only have 1 of Netra, and it was such a big pain to get because I opened like 40 of these eggs, and I just could not get it at all. And then I finally got it. But when you're playing in certain levels, you can get special weapons, and what I mean by that is it's the same process as this, where you kill a. I think you have to be in a level 30 early mission. So what's this one? No, it's arena. Like for example, maybe something like up here at Sedna or something. Any mission that has like level 30 or above. It has to be Grineer, which are the armored faction. And obviously, when you hover over missions, you can see the suggested damage, which is their weakness, like what they're weak to. So you can kind of, before you do a mission, like mod your stuff and make sure you have the right element on it. When you're playing a mission like this, there'll be a enemy that pops up that's like red and blue, kind of, and when you down him, he'll like kneel down. And when he kneels down, there'll be a weapon above him, and the weapon can range from a secondary weapon like this, the Kuba. It'll always be Kuba, unless you're doing a different faction. The Grineer will drop the Kuba, and it'll be that's what it's called. It'll always be some type of Kuba weapon, and instead of it being a boy band, it'll be like one person, and it can range from a Kuba weapon all the way up to one of these, a heavy weapon. This is an arc gun that there are certain missions that require you to be in space, and you use what's called an arc gun. If you get further enough in one of the open worlds, you can actually put a thing on it, and the thing is called a Gravimag, where instead of you having to be in space, you can actually take it into missions with you. And it's pretty neat, pretty cool. I use it, so basically that means I have a primary weapon, a secondary weapon, a melee weapon, and a heavy weapon. So technically I have 4 weapons. It can, when you do the Kuba stuff, the Grineer stuff, you can get different weapons like these. And notice how my heavy weapon also, it also says Kuba on it, Kuba Grattler. I have another one, Kuba Ayana, I haven't really used, but this Grattler is amazing. If you ever can get a Kuba Grattler, I highly recommend it, because it has really good. It's really good because it has like blast and stuff, but I also put radiation on it and viral. So if my gun doesn't kill enemies, it will make them go crazy and at least make them shoot each other. It does have blast too, so it like has a little explosion, and it's an explosive weapon by default, so the explosion is a little bigger. It's really nice. But as I was saying, when you do those missions and you down the person that kneels, if the person that kneels does not have the weapon you want, do not kill them. Just leave the mission, or not leave the mission, but complete the mission normally, and it will the game will cross that weapon you did not take out of the loot pool. So you can kind of narrow down what weapon you want. And one weapon that I also recommend for more of the new players when you're doing those is the Kuba Tsar. It's literally a cannon. You shoot cannonballs, you can put multi-shot on it, and it's just an overall hilarious explosive weapon. I love it a lot. That's why it's one of my favorites. That's another thing you can do, but also one thing that you need to know with the Kuba is it can move between. When you do the Kuba stuff, one of the planets or areas will be red, and if you do missions on those red planets, there'll be more of these red blue people that you need to murder or to kill in order to, I guess, make them angry enough to want to attack you, and then you have to see what card is the right card and all that whole process again. But those red missions, those red planets that are highlighted, they can steal your resources from those planets, which, I mean, it's a pain in the butt, especially if you're trying to farm resources on that specific planet. And they take a lot longer to kill compared to these, this boy band type of stuff. It takes a lot longer to kill compared to this, which I don't like, and I hope that they rework it. But at the same time, I like this Coda stuff because they can also be like different colors and just be pretty. Anyways, we are gonna go do some relic farming. I am so sorry. I just wanted to explain the relics and kind of get. I was kind of explaining from this Requiem, like what a Requiem relic was, like what a Requiem egg was, and all that. And I just wanted you guys to understand fully, and I hope you can forgive me for that. Omnia eggs, or Omnia fissures, Omnia missions, make it so you don't have to choose any specific egg. You can choose one of any of these eggs, except the Requiem ones. You choose any of these eggs, which is absolutely phenomenal. And I remember when they first added that, and it was really, really good. I am going to try. I do not have a Lavos egg. Okay. I am going to try and get a different egg, and I have a little list here beside me of the eggs that I want to try to open. So I'm going to try to get I believe a Tortilla egg. And Tortilla is a Warframe that kind of has a little turret on her, and she's pretty cool because she can deal damage a lot. And I want to get her. Each character they have 3 parts. Well, 4 parts technically, by the way. They have the neuroptics, which is the head. They have the chassis, which is the torso. And they have the system, which is like the inner parts of it. Kind of like, you know, how you have a nervous system. It's pretty much the same. And you have to build the parts individually before you can actually build the character. But besides the parts, the neuroptics, chassis, and systems, you also need the blueprint. So it's technically 4 parts. And you don't need to build the blueprint until you have all the parts, so you don't have to worry about like any resources for that, except for this one. Apparently you need like organ cells, which you get from a specific planet. And it's a lot of crafting. It takes, I think, 12 hours to build the parts, and then it takes 3 days to build a character, which is a lot, I will admit. But you get to keep the character forever. Unless you sacrifice that character, you get to keep them forever, which is really, really good. Which means, you know, the length that it takes to build a character, it brings more value to it. You know what I mean? It like makes it like so you value it more. I am going to go try to get these systems, and I really hope you guys can give me some good luck, because I want the systems. I already have the character, but I'm trying to complete character sets so I can sell them. So I'm going to do 2 of these, and hopefully, I'm really hoping we can get one of them, because I would really like to. Wait, I need to be in public. If you ever do these egg opening ones, always go public, no matter what, because sometimes you can get a crappy loot pool, you can get some crap, and then someone else can get something really good, and you never know what you're going to get. So, we will see what is going on. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle my ship. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. This one is a mission on the Zeramin, which is
a relic, but are you confident you can
it's
withstand
like
their
this
fury?
spaceship between one of the open world areas,
You're
and
near
this,
a fissure.
and it's unique. It's got its own uniqueness. It's got unique missions, I should say. And unique missions are they can range anywhere from a flood, which is this one, where you have to collect little hordes and put them in this little thing down here. This little hand thing. It's flexing.
Corrupted foes are dropping reactant. Use it to crack open a relic.
But in order to open eggs, you need to
Don't
kill
forget the
enemies that are
reactant.
corrupted.
You need
They're
more
like
to open
yellow
that relic.
and corrupted. And those enemies, when you kill them, they will drop possibly little void fissures, which are these little, what's that? They'll drop those. These little black and white things. If you get 10 of them, you can open your little egg. And when you have to like open, you have to complete part of your
Void
mission.
saturation causing further complications.
You have to complete part of your mission in order to open the egg, or complete the mission in general, depending on what type of mission it is.
The angels have torn open another rupture.
But
Fill it with Vitaplast before this whole
for
shit goes
for missions like
topsy-turvy.
this, you can actually do some shit. Hell yeah. We are not getting a lot of void things, chat. These guys are killing enemies too quickly. One thing I like to do is I like to wait. Sometimes it takes a moment for the enemies to actually like change and like turn corrupted. If they're corrupted like this guy is like a little bit finicky, like a TV screen. If they're corrupted like that, you can kill them. It's okay. For these, for like if you're opening relics. If you're not opening relics, then kill them no matter what. But if you are opening relics, you want to wait for them to have a little fuzzy on them before you kill them, because that's how you know they have a chance of dropping the. They got a chance of dropping the little black and white stuff to open the egg. I say a lot. I notice that. I'm just talking to myself at this point. Oh, those guys! I haven't seen them yet. All right, now we got the egg open, so now we can.
To open your relic.
Alright. You'll see relic cracked, which means your egg is cracked. It can open once you have 10 of the things.
have a tendency to wash in terrible things. One of those things is approaching. Do be careful. Well, that's one less void abomination to worry about. I have opened
I
an
do
escape
this,
lift for you.
get my shield back,
Use it
or not.
when you
They just
need
killed
it.
that dude. That's okay. See what I mean? We got a crappy pull, but this person has this, which is Lunar Optics. It's pretty good because it can build a character, and it's a silver piece, meaning it's worth more ducats, which are special points that you can get from the Void Trader that comes once a week, or once every other week. He's supposed to be coming all of this month during the weekends, so hopefully we can get... Oh, the host left. It's okay.
Did you have a chance to ask it where it came from before you killed it?
I don't know why I don't know why he left. We were gonna open up more special eggs. Me and another person are supposedly opening up a radiant egg, which is
Found
actually
Fisher.
supposed to be
Look out for reactant.
the best one.
Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic.
I need more energy. I have an issue thing. Don't kill me. Give me your shield. Yeah, that. You guys want some shield? I'll protect you.
Oh look, you sealed a rupture. Not bad.
Seal the rupture. We're trying to get the egg open first. There we go, I opened one. Got one of those fissures.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission. And
These
we'll
are
take a look
Void
inside.
Angels, and they're like a special enemy you can kill.
When that thing starts moving, and it will,
There he is. I was wondering
better
what he
know
was
what
gonna
to
do.
do.
The impure, the unworthy have no future.
Void Angels are like a special deal.
The angel is trying to retreat into the void so it can heal. Follow it and stop it.
Something just changed. Any fighting difficulties to report?
Oh no!
You
Get a
can't
pull.
hurt it while those dimensional orbs are out. Use your void body to absorb them.
Alright, we actually need to put this on the...
Good. Now it'll stay. That's the way. Break it down, body and soul.
I probably should stay out of that angel area. Crap. Nice, come on.
Void saturation. Seal some ruptures or get out of there. Void saturation is approaching critical levels. Critical levels can kill you. Shall I explain further?
Alright, we're okay. That person had enough to
seal that rupture. Just
seal her. Not that. I want more of those orbs. I want more of those Orbeez. Not only does my pillage this ability like help me, but it also helps my teammates because it gets rid of the status effects that are bad on them as well. So I kind of like, I don't know, I kind of cleanse them, I guess. My character is more of a priest, yes. So
you have reached maximum void
cleanse
saturation.
them.
This typically results in death.
Fire effect, let's get rid of that. You might be in trouble. That's okay. To avoid floods like this type of mission, it's not necessarily my favorite. It's not the worst. Also, if you're ever getting chased by a green light,
Void floods have a tendency to wash in terrible things.
you can always kill the green light by shooting it.
Do be careful. You can always do more. But if you can't, I have marked an extraction point.
Yeah, I want stuff. Yeah. Dang! Let's see which is worth more. It's worth the same. But I'm saving up all my characters, so because I already have 3 of this, I'm gonna get the handle, since they're worth the same, and I can trade it in later on. That person has no relic. I'm also gonna go no relic because I'm gonna leave this and hopefully I can get a better. It's better if there's 4 people. 3 people is kind of good. So.
You may notice combat conditions worsening.
People always try to race to the finish. It's just kind of fun. You don't know about my motorcycle. There was a bug where... Oh shit. There was a bug where you can summon your motorcycle in space, and the developers are so cool and chill that they made it so you can just have your motorcycle in any mission. It's pretty neat. Person left the squad because they're too lazy to wait. That's tragic. That person's playing the Japanese Warframe, Kumai, I think her name is. It's really unique. Because her entire arsenal is pretty much RNG based. It's based off of dice rolls, which is pretty cool. So, we're going to... Hey! January 10th, 1999. That's creepy. During this 1999 area, you can actually complete kind of the whole calendar. Well, part of the calendar, I should say. Like different. There's January, February, March. But you can do missions. Like sometimes there'll be birthday. 1999 introduced a whole bunch of different aspects. Some of the aspects where you can actually date some NPCs, which is kind of hilarious. And what I mean by you can like date NPCs is like you can like I guess you can romance them, and you can get chemistry with them by either celebrating their birthday, like wishing them a happy birthday, or completing certain bounties. And because they can join you on bounties, and then you can like build relationships because like you're spending time together and all that. You can also gift them different things. But if you complete this season, you can get different rewards. Some of them are like the arcanes I was talking about for your gear. Other arcane, you can also get these shards that can give you special bonuses. And the shards, I'm not gonna necessarily say how to equip them just yet. You can also get buffs from your teammates, like your allies, your NPC allies. You can get armor, you can get some ability strength, weapons, and it lasts for this whole period, like 6 days. It'll last for that long, so it's like it can be really good buffs. And there's other buffs too, like there's more arcanes for your gear. There's an arcane adapter. You actually need these adapters to put arcanes on your weapons and guns. You do not need it. You do not need one of these adapters for your Warframe, however. At least I don't believe so. You can also get some resource boosters. If you need a resource booster, you can get Forma to like help with your modding capabilities and such. Right now, I'm going to try and I guess we'll try to do another one of these missions. If not, then we might try to do something else. Maybe I can try to go to one of the open worlds, perhaps. I don't have much, so I'm just gonna run. If I usually don't have enough of these void traces, if I don't have like 100 or something, I won't open one of these eggs. I won't like upgrade one of these eggs. What I'll do is I'll find the egg that I have the most of, which right now it would have to be this Meso A7, and I'll just keep running this over and over and hope that someone has something good that I can have. Also,
Angels are clawing at the Albrecht membrane, creating ruptures that will saturate the area
maybe I'll be
with
by
void.
myself this mission. Who knows?
Watch out. I'm
Knowing my
detecting
luck,
void
not a lot of
fissures
people
nearby.
like these ones.
Do you have a matching relic?
For more Vitaplast, try looking up. Gather up nearby Vitaplast and bring it to the ruptures.
You're near a fissure.
Good thing about these fissure ones is it's both good and bad because you can kind
The
of
corrupted and use their reactant to open a relic.
you kind of have an issue with the whole time limit thing, because if you let the infected part of it kind of build up, like on the bar on the left side of the screen, if you let that kind of build up too much, then you get like get like a debuff. So you kind of want to get these orbs and do it quickly. That makes sense. I have almost every element on my guns, so I'm not worried about like having to use my secondary for like a specific enemy, stuff like that. Unless I'm trying to get that special blue shield. If I'm trying to get the special blue shield, I will 100% use my secondary weapon. A little beam gun. There is a hot fix in 3 minutes. We're kicking off another weekend. Shout out to all scenes. Okay. I will unfortunately have to end the stream in 3 minutes or so, and then boot it back up.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is opened.
One of the things about these hot fixes is they can happen at any point. The developers are pretty cool about it. They'll tell you there's 3 minutes, and they'll like count down, and then they'll say like, please stay in your mission until it's deployed, just so there's no issues. And if you're not in a mission, you can just stay where you are until it says it's deployed. That person should not be filling your thing. You see now it says 2 minutes. That bad boy was too big. Excuse me? Excuse me? Hold up. We're changing the climb steady hands from 16 to 12. Ah, that's a mod. That bad boy was a little too big and should slide nice and easy into your builds now. Developers, you freak. You freaky developers. I've not been paying attention to opening that one thing.
One of those things
that sucks though, because that means even though I have like a decent team, I'll have to not be able to use my things.
Did you have a chance to ask it where it came from before you killed it? Should you need a break, self-extract at the marked location.
Dang, that's not the best. Even though this person has something that I have not seen in a while, I'm not going to get it because I need more of these ducats, which are void trader points. So, I guess I can do one more while we're waiting for the mission to be done deploying. But after the mission after it's deployed, I will have to stop, fortunately. And then I'll restart it once it's, yeah, see? I have to wait for it to finish. I have to restart my game, so I will have to restart my stream. Which is kind of booty, but it won't be too long before I restart it. Is this person playing Mesa? The cowgirl. I think they're playing the cowgirl. They are playing. There's 2 cowgirls in this game. I can't believe it. Yeehaw. these people that are playing Mesa, their
That's it.
abilities
You
are
opened the
basically
relic. Finish your mission.
they're
and
basically
take a look
cowgirl
inside.
abilities where they have like dual pistols, and I've been meaning to look into it. I'm not sure if their ultimate weapon, which is the dual pistol, can hold those arcanes
Sealed that rupture.
and give them overshield. Like that person has 12,000 blue shield on the right side of my screen. So I have absolutely no clue they can have a bonus. Ooh, orbs. Take my orbs. And while I'm here and while I'm safe, I'll sacrifice my shield. More in my range, which is a big range. Good stuff. I'm unsure if one of my challenges is to kill the angels. Missions, inventory. Okay, no. That was last week. These are angels, which are like really creepy. And that's also creepy. Scenery is beautiful though. I love
I have opened an escape lift for you. Use it when you need it.
This is the point. This is to stay in our mission. I don't know how long that's going to be. Ooh, that person. See, this is why you play public. This person just pulled a yellow, a rare, and it's one we don't have. So that's a GG chat. It's amazing. I mean, if they're running some decent loot, I guess I'll run one too. Another one. Until it says, "Oh, it's been deployed. It's been deployed. Restart." Okay. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. After any hotfix, if the developers do a hotfix like that, after any hotfix, you have at least 15 minutes before you have to actually manually restart your game. So I have a little bit of time. I'll help this person at least kill the angel, but I'm not going to. Like, he can deal damage inside, but I'm gonna help deal damage on the outside.
Yes! It won't be shrugging that off!
Go, go, go!
Now it'll stay.
See, we just got we did a little arcane at the bottom. The eternal, I think it said eradicate. Pretty nice. We are going to, since they're running with the.
I'm so very sorry about this. One of the fears the Void likes to
Since they're
manifest
running with
is childhood
the
anxiety.
upgraded eggs,
Meet
I'm
the
going
repressed
to
fears of
try my
teenage-
best to
I call her Skitter Girl.
help them with this.
You may notice combat conditions worsening.
Die first. You guys cut out. What about? You guys want some infinite health? There you go. How much damage we're preventing? 379,000. Now that's a lot of damage. You only need like 5,000 and then you can get the 50% critical chance.
Void saturation
200 if you hit
causes
your
further
headshots, which
complications.
if I could put that ability on either one of my characters, that'd be really, really powered. We need these orbs, and we need to restart our mission, or restart our game. I love and I hate when you get the buff that increases your character because it makes you shiny like this, but it also like makes my cape shiny. And if my cape is shiny, I can't see anything. So, I'm like a 50-50. Ooh. There's these things that you can get once a week called trophies, and you can put little stars in trophies, and little stars can be like blue like this, or they can be red. And they're like little cute little collectibles you can get. So anytime I see them, I try to pick them up. Alright, if the cape is going to do that, I'm going to... Oops, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to make it so my cape stops doing that. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. I can like made it so I'm not shiny for a moment. That's nice. I'm gonna help this person.
You can always do more. But if you can't, I have marked an extraction point.
Alright. So we believe. Run! Run! Ooh. Blue purse. Or not blue. Silver. That's good. I already have the bow for this. I don't need it. So I'm gonna get the part for the person. They can keep running if they want, but I am currently going to go to the exit because I need to restart the game. Ah! Oh no, I am going right. I was like following this white. I don't even know who that. I don't even know who that is.
Observation. Skitter Girl is stalking you. Skitter Girl, you little twit. Get away from them.
Skitter Girl, you little twit. The twit. Get out of here. You little twit. Alright, I'm leaving. Sometimes you gotta wait for teammates, sometimes you don't. It just really depends.
Skitter Girl likes to target stragglers. Like you.
People do it.
Right now.
Oh, Kristen's a level 8. That's adorable. Let me in. Let me in. Yeah, see, it said 15 minutes. An updated version of the game. We did pretty good for our first pull. But thank you all so much for watching. I am going to restart my game, and I will start up another stream afterwards. So please feel free to join me, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.